Good morning, my fellow pool lover. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to the pool. I wanted to answer a question that I commonly get today, which is, Christa, what do you do in your personal aqua yoga practice when you get in the pool? So if we haven't had the chance to work together before, my name is Christa Fairbrother, and I'm an aqua yoga coach and trainer who helps pool users learn how to do aqua yoga in the pool, and other professionals learn how to teach aqua yoga to their clients. And what I emphasize in my personal practice in the pool is thinking about strength and stretch that I cannot get on land. So I want to show you what that looks like. So what I mean by strength, getting older is not kind to us as ladies, and I am now comfortably middle-aged and losing that muscle mass, right? So I want to think about my ability to stay strong, as well as, since I live with multiple kinds of arthritis, I want to counteract that joint damage by keeping my muscles strong. If I start in my mountain pose, feet hip bone distance apart, exhale, bend my knees, sink in an imaginary chair, I'm building a little bit of strength here, but I'm really not building as much strength as I would if I did this pose on land, and I'm not taking advantage of the water. So how could I do this? If I'm going to stay in my chair pose and start to add some movement from my limbs, I'm going to be a lot more engaged and have a lot more muscular effort, build a lot more strength. So if I stay in chair pose and do something simple like even move my arms, to resist the rocking requires that I fire up a lot of my torso and leg muscles. I'm going to spin to the side so you can see that. I can move my arms a little bit. It doesn't perturb me. When I start to move my arms a lot, I have to work really hard to stay stable, right? Okay, example number one. I can do the same kind of action with my legs. Obviously, I can only do one leg at a time. So if I'm going to bring one leg forward, swing it around, now I have an asymmetrical movement. That is going to require significantly different muscular engagement on each side of my body. One side's moving, one side's holding still. And yeah, I'm feeling that. I didn't warm up before I turned on the live, so I'm definitely feeling that. So you can see that is significantly more challenge. And then I can involve my brain and get some more muscular activity by doing something different on each side of my body. So for example, if I bring one leg and the opposite arm forward and then sweep these things, it's going to be a different challenge. So doing opposite sides is actually easier than doing the same side, which is the biggest challenge. So that is an example of how I would use the water to build some strength. And when I'm talking about strength, I'm especially talking about using like my core engagement, because you're much more likely to injure yourself using your little distal joints than when you use your more proximal joints in your body. And so that's when you really want to be strong. All right, an example of stretch before I touch those. All right, something like a warrior two pose. If I stand in my mountain pose, step wide with my feet, turn my left toes out, bend that left knee, sink it down. So this would be warrior two pose. This is exactly the same way as I would do this pose on land. I'm not really exploiting being in the water, even though I am getting a little bit of stretch. I want to be able to get in the water and get a stretch that I can't get on land to exploit my time in the pool. An example of that. For this example, I'm going to use two pool noodles to support me. I like the solid core noodles because I'm a little bit of a sinker. In my mountain pose, I'm going to make a baby bird shape in the center of my noodles, send those down, bend both my knees, step back with my right leg, step back with my left. So I am in a plank pose in the pool. I'm going to spin to the side because I know you can't recognize plank pose from the front. So same thing from the side, just so you see where I am. Instead of staying in that plank pose, if I bring one leg forward, roll onto the top of my feet and straighten that front leg, I'm now in a split, sort of. You can see my torso's not on the floor. I cannot come anywhere close to doing a split on land, and I can take advantage of being in the water and smoothly transition one to the other, which obviously I cannot do on land. So I'm going to show you that from the side. My regular plank pose, bring one leg forward, So I'm on the full sole of the foot in front, but on the back, I'm on the top of my foot, meaning I'm grinding off my nail polish. And then I can smoothly transition, whether or not I can say it, in center. So this is a lot of stretch in both my hamstrings and my quads at the same time, because I'm doing different actions on each leg. Helps me warm up my hips and get a stretch that I can't access on land, which if I'm going to go to the effort to get in the pool, that's what I would want. So these two things, strength and stretch that I can't get on land, are really what I try and emphasize in the pool. And if you're interested in learning a little more about this for yourself, that's what I've put together as an example of these waterproof sequences. I'm trying to go through them for you this summer so you can get a sense of what they are and get them live. So the core stability one is that idea I showed you of really using water perturbance to make you actively engage your core. And the buoyancy one, this one's actually the most challenging one that I sell, because it requires a lot of ability to navigate your body in the water through different planes and use these buoyant noodles to help you. So if you'd like those, I'll put the link below. If you have any questions, as always, please ask. And I hope you're able to make it to the pool and get to practice for yourself today. Have a lovely day, everybody. Take care.